what am I doing? Yeah, well, I'm practicing how to smile, because I don't smile very much, and because basically I don't need to smile, and well, except when I'm talking to most of the Estonian, then I wouldn't smile. Why smile? There's not much thing that they can really make you smile. But why am I making this? This warm welcome, trying to welcome. Well, because I'm working on my way to become a realtor, and to become a realtor, the very first thing is you need to smile. You really need to smile, or else that nobody will care and buy houses or sell houses to you. You need to be in the system, and you have to please people. I need to practice my smile, to take my photo, put it into my business card. So I'm practicing this, something like that. Warm welcome, Hello, welcome. Wow, fuck. Ego money system, welcome. Okay, so I'm continuing. Well, I have never been tried this, talking continuously for 3 parts for a topic in English. I don't know what went wrong, or do I put too much contents into it, because in the Chinese version I just talk about 2 parts for 30 minutes. Right now is the English version, and I'm talking the 3rd part. Okay, so let's begin. It wouldn't be too long, because I only have like a couple of more points to go. Okay, now capitalism works you to death. Yes, capitalism totally selfish, totally don't care, totally based and foundation on greed. So capitalism will work you to death. And if you have no money, you starve to death. You're waiting to die. Nobody care. Nobody fucking care about you. Don't expect the government or the society will give a damn about you. If you have no money, you're fucked. You're totally fucked. You're just waiting to die. You're waiting to be deteriorated. You're even worse than dog. There's a phrase in Chinese that as a something like that. I don't want to explain it at this moment, because you will take some more time. So basically, you have minimum support from the capitalism society. The so-called support, so-called welfare, basically they are just at ease to the public, because the public, basically, just like what I always said, that enslavement pyramid is a big triangle. Okay, you have the elite, you have the super wealth, super rich people at the tip of the pyramid, at the top layer, which are the minorities, but enslaving and taking everything from the majority. And then you have the middle class. You have the middle size, rich people, billionaire. You have a term for those kind of people. So you have billionaire, and then you have in the middle class you have millionaire, and then you have thousandaire. And then you have at the very bottom, which is constructed by the majority of the people, are the slaves, are the slave class, are those people that have nothing, that are totally working, living in debt every time, in debt, that they need to repay their debt, all sorts of debts, that in order for them to keep on surviving. And the so-called welfare is just to to appease the public, the bottom class, the slaves, to give them some hope, to give them some, it's kind of like I whip you 100 times and then you become very angry, so I will give you a piece of candy or something to please you, make you feel a little bit happy for a short moment and then I keep on raping you for another 200 times. That's what welfare for under capitalism. It's a well-known, understood situation. So welfare is totally nothing. Totally you get no support from the capitalism. If you have money, then you're kings. If you have no money, then you're a slave. And in contrast, the communist system only requires 4 years of conscription of labor, and then for the rest of your lives, let's say you have, let's assume that you have 70 years to stay on Earth and then you die, okay? So you only need to contribute like close to 5 or 6% of your lifetime to work 4 years, and then the future government will provide you, not in the future the government, but the future will be government that will be very likely to happen gradually after 2012. Those governments will provide you a fixed amount of money, let's say 2,000 or 3,000, depends. It depends. Depends on how we all agree on the amount of money. For you, dedicating on this type of money can only buy food, can only buy clothes, and can only pay for housing and housing repairs, and is guaranteed to pay you every month. You just need to work 4 years in your lifetime, and then you are off the so-called hook. You can retire. Of course, if you want to work, if you want to buy something more to please, to so-called enrich your life while you're staying on Earth, you are welcome to find a job. But because all the products of the, let's say, cars, computers, printers, right now the printers are totally like trash. Generally, a printer can only last for 3 years, basically, generally speaking. I will also make another topic in explaining how, how stupid, how disastrous it is that we are creating products because of greed, because of company wants more money, that we are creating products that won't last that will last as short as possible, that will break as soon as possible. So that you have to buy more and more and more and more, and everybody needs to work and more and more and more and more, produce more and more and more goods just because of a minority, a small bunch of people that wants to have everything, So basically this fixed amount of money for the basic necessities will provide you, will transfer to you every month unconditionally. You just need to pay for 4 years conscription of laboring in the society. Doing what? You provide food for the plants, for other humans, for animals, and you make clothes, you make all the necessities, you do maintenance for example, like for providing cleaning water, basic hygiene, toilets, and things like that. You learn and go appreciate, okay, this is how clothes are made, this is how food is produced, this is how the toilet system works this way, this is how cleaning water is produced. You will begin to appreciate everything. You do not just like what the kids have been. Today's kids were going to be the future's parents. Just like me, 30 years ago I was a kid, and right now if I had married, then I would become a parent like that. And kids are just being brought up into madnessly and just want more and more and more and more, and being greedy and more greedy and more greedy and more greedy. Technologies are being more greedy, to assist everyone to become more greedy and more efficient in being greediness. That's the whole starting point. Everything is just wrong. Capitalism is totally foundational on greed. So within a communist system, if you want to buy, let's say, if you want to buy a Walkman, and Walkman classified as, I'm sorry, I shouldn't use the word Walkman because I'm close to 40 years old. I'm a middle-aged guy, so we used the term Walkman, in the 80s, 70s. I should use iPod. I'm sorry. Okay. I should say the word iPod. So let's say if you want iPod, but iPod do not classify it as a necessity. So what do? You find a job. You depends on how specifically you are being not advanced, you are being good at. Let's say if you are very bulky, you have very strong muscles, then it's probably that you go to work for building houses, or let's say go for repairing cars or building cars, things like that. And then you will train properly, and then you can work and then exchange your laboring hour. Let's say an iPod will be, let's say, will be costing 200 working hours, and then so you work 200 hours in various positions, depends on what you are good at, and then you exchange for the iPod. Of course, the iPod will be accompanying you, serving you for the rest of your life, that you don't need to exchange for another iPod 2 or iPod 4, things like that, And for other necessities, for example, like let's say if in the future we all agree that laptop and cell phones fall into the necessities, then it will be included into the 4-year conscription work that will be included. Just give you a concept of what conscription would be like, and what are necessities and what are not necessities. Okay, very big challenge. I only have 2 minutes left, and I need to summarize. Okay, let's try to do it. So in summary, capitalism produces tons of waste. Produce competition, extreme competition, survival. If you don't work, you die. If you lose, you die. You die gradually, and then capitalism and totally disregarding everything, abusing animals extremely, abusing humans, abusing each other. I mean, of course, if you're at the tip of the pyramid, if you are belongs to the class of the elite, if you belong to the class of the super rich, the billionaires, multi-billionaires, then you are enslaving everyone for a period of time. Let's say 30 years, 40 years. If you are lucky, if you don't get cancer, then you can enslave other, for that period of time, until you die. Everybody dies. I mean, remember that, and better remind yourself every day. You are dying every day, and then you make your life as meaningful as possible. That's really encouraging. It works on me at least. Okay. So everybody needs to work. Everybody needs to survive. Only a handful of people, a very few handful of people, a very few bunch of people can have everything, because they control power, because they control the firearms, because they control the money, so they can have everything. They are in the so-called paradise, but in totally sacrificing and enslaving and abusing everything else. They totally disregard honest and equality. In the dictionary, in their eyes, there's no equality, And money has become a very convenient tool for them to enslave the majority, to enslave the majority public. In the past, you might need, what's the term in English? Bartering. You need to use bartering to control trading. You need to use bartering to do corruptions. But right now you just need money, a piece of paper, and then you can do all the corruptions works. You can do all the manipulation works. You can do all the controlling and bribing and manipulating who do what work, manipulating who do what service for you, and money has totally become a tool to enslave the majority public and to enslave 90% of the public, at least. Depends on how high you are at the enslavement pyramid, how high your rank of kings are, and then those that have monies, their life values is automatically become much more than others at the below. Okay, so YouTube, don't cut me down. I am almost finished. Equal money system was everything for the best for all. Every equal money system aims at what is best for all. Individual benefits through the best for all. When the majority, let's say when 90% of people gain benefit, then you as one of them gain benefits too. For instance, like when everybody has clean water, then you benefit from that too. You also have clean water. When everybody has food, then you have food too. When everybody has clothes support, you also have clothes too. And no more abusing or greed is allowed and will not exist, because basically you don't need to worry, because the government guarantee you that every month you will receive a fixed amount of money that can take care of your clothes, basic necessities, foods, basic hygiene, toilets and water and things like that. Products under equal money system, products are made as durable as possible, and most likely they will last. For example, just like what I said, the computer, cars, headphones, iPods, they will last for your lifetime. Look at the military products, they are lasting very long. Why? Because the starting point of making them is not that much as greed as a business product. There's still greed in there, but the factor has been greatly reduced. So that's why military products are so much more durable than what you can buy in the market. And the majority can benefit within a equal money system. The majority can have all the necessities, a list of products that we all agree that everybody is having a basic dignified life on earth should have. And finally, money is a tool to distribute resources. Money is a tool to benefit how to distribute resources to everyone equally, and seeing where to quickly distribute the resources. So money has become a tool to assist everyone in exchanging resources, in seeing where in which country need more resources, then you use money as a tool to transfer resources. So everyone's life will worth equally, which is it will be happening that the value of my life is equally just like yours, and it will be just equally just like a doctor, will be just equally like a sewage worker, will be just equally for toilet cleaners, will be just equally for managers in the shopping malls or in the market. Everyone will be equal. Everyone's status will be equal. There will be, finally, I want to summarize in one word, one sentence, within equal money, there will be no super rich, there will be no super poverty. Okay, thank you very much. And if you find what we say where it makes sense, where you really want to live in this I wouldn't say paradise, but yeah, it's like what Desteni said, heaven on earth, this close to utopia. Participate and join us in Desteni, participate in Desteni Chinese TD if you're Chinese, and study the Desteni interviews. They're very interesting. Okay, thank you so much.